So this place would not have been possible without.
It's both of us. We each contributed our own visions and our own skill sets, and John is so skilled in just building a normal house, and so he had to open and stretch and learn how do you deal with a crooked tree, you know, how do you make that fit in a house. And I had more experience working with mud and straw and sand, and so it's kind of the aspects of it where I would be the lead and he would be the lead on wood, and I'd be the lead on wood and on sand and straw. And part of the thing about the Davis coming into the forest, coming from the forest into the house, in looking for the trees, we would go through the forest and we'd go, okay, we need posts, you know, and so we'd be looking for certain sizes and shapes, or we'd be looking for a beam. And we would go to a tree and we'd say, is this the right tree? And no, this isn't the right tree. And so we would go on to, is this the right tree? Yes, I think this is the right tree. And then we would put our hands on the tree and we'd say, tree, you know, we invite you to come in and be the post in our house. And as long as we didn't get any feeling of, no, this is not the right thing, then we would say, okay, thank you, and we would then take that tree down and peel them and bring them in. And that's how every piece of tree or the wood in the house was invited to be part of the house. And a lot of times, you know, we'd walk around and go, no, that's not the right one, that's not the right one, that's not the right one. Oh, there it is. You know, and it would just like speak and say, it's me, I'm here. So it's been a wonderful creative process and of honoring the land and honoring the sacredness of this land, because it's just apparent to us that this land is awake and alive and kind of has its own agenda, and we are willing to open to just listening to what is right for this space at this time, and it's very nourishing to us to be here.
You're here.
Yay.
David Olney. Daniel Zeta.
Oh, the women cross the river, carry water from the well at break of day. And they talk to one another, God only knows what they might say. You might get an education after years of dedication. You might finally get a glimpse of what is right and what is wrong. But the women cross the river, well, they knew that all along. All the women cross the river, work with tools that are ancient and handmade. And they plow their fields in perfect rows, and then they rest beneath the shade. We have learned to build out of concrete, out of steel, and our buildings last 1,000 years, but then even they are bound to fall. But the women cross the river never learned to build a wall. All the women cross the river are as gentle as the dew upon the ground. How I love to hear them laughing in the rain when it makes that perfect sound. Now a soldier with a gun and a battle to be won might kill you with a bullet, and you'd never even know the reason why. But the women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes. All the women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes. We'll do one more and then take a short break. Hope you all can stick around because, well, if you don't, then this actually gets a little strange. That's I can, you know, for really long periods of time, I could have booked most of my gigs in a phone booth. Well, I lost that gun, the pearl handle one. It used to shine like new. Yes, I lost it all when the cards wouldn't fall like they're supposed to do. Now all that I got left is this blood red rose tattoo. Yeah, I was going to town, I mean knocking them down. Yeah, I'd had one or two, and I woke up this morning with this blood red rose tattoo. Well, now your baby's okay, at least she pays her way to have the time of her life. Yeah, she really can cook, and she looked near as good as another man's wife. But my rose tattoo, boys, well, now your baby's okay, at least she pays her way to have the time of her life. Yeah, she really can cook, and she looked near as good as another man's wife. But my rose tattoo shine like the moon on the blade of a knife. That is, yeah, yeah. Well, from her head to her heel, my baby's so real, she ain't no hand-me-down. Yeah, wherever she be, you know she's always with me. Well, she's a part of me now. Me and my rose tattoo, we don't fool around. Well, I lost that gun with pearl handle one. It used to shine like new. Yes, I lost it all when the cards wouldn't fall like they're supposed to do. Now all that I got left is this blood red rose tattoo.
Yeah, so we need to get some better light on your face
Maybe up there. That's
in front of George's Pizza. So you are
I'm Bill.
Bill?
Bill Jackson, yeah.
Yes, sir.
From Melbourne, Australia.
Ken, would you be pissed off if he had found the Vegemite?
Well, I've missed the Vegemite here.
Have you?
I've missed it, yeah. of course.
Seriously?
You miss it at breakfast time every morning, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Vegemite with a bit of cheese on it, or maybe a poached egg on top. Bit of
Really?
toast.
Seriously?
Rye bread. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was telling him earlier today when I was working. I love the cops here, man. I said, look, if you had found the Vegemite for these guys, what could have happened is you could have pissed this guy off. He would have said, he came all the way to America hoping to get away from it.
No.
And everybody keeps trying to feed you Vegemite. Seriously.
Love it.
You love it.
Love it. I was brought up on it,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So if he could somehow conjure some.
Yeah.
With a
My nanny needed a jar that big to last you like 6 months.
right
You
on.
put a very small amount on your toast.
Seriously?
With butter. With
Wow.
Real butter.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you going to do tonight?
Well, Pete and I are going to play a set of my songs. I've just released my 5th solo album
Wow.
a few months back, so we'll be doing songs off all the albums.
Right.
Yeah, it's sort of mainly acoustic based bluesy, country, folky sort of stuff. Yeah.
And so was it really hard for your agent to talk you into coming to this place in Iowa?
Not at all. Not at all. No, we've got an agent from Nashville called Mary Sack, and Mary manages David Olney. I think David's played here before.
I decide I'll go and find him and find out who's behind it. He's got everyone convinced that he's for real. Well, I figure we can work some kind of deal. He offers me a job, and I say fine. He says I'll get paid off on down the line. Well, I guess I'll string along. Don't see how too much could go wrong. As long as he pays my way, I guess I'll follow. We're heading for Jerusalem tomorrow.
That's right.
And Sergio. So Mary organises our trips over here for us. So we're going from here to Pomeroy, to Byron's, to play a gig tomorrow.
Right.
And then we're going down to Nashville to do Americana Music Week, and then we're recording an album down there with Tom Utz
Wow.
as well.
So you're going to be there how long?
Well, we leave on the 27th.
Wow, you're going to do an album between now and...
Yeah. Over
Wow.
5 days, yeah.
Seriously, good.
Yeah.
You're ready.
Yeah, we're ready, yeah. Anyone here been to Australia? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so you don't have people asking you to wrestle a crocodile or something?
No. In fact,
Oh, they put something out on the Barbie or whatever?
I've never seen a crocodile in the wild, you know. So.
That's right, but
Yeah.
but everybody's heard this thing. Let's just put some whatever on the Barbie, right?
Yeah, you call them shrimps. We call them prawns. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing. So yeah, we do that.
So I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Crew FM, and to Chris Johnston and Brooklyn Park Hotel, who just show after show, all the out-of-town musicians, they provide accommodations for them. So thank you, Chris Johnston.
It's great to get out of Chicago and just get out in those open roads and sell those cornfields and stuff. It's pretty amazing. Thank you. One of the reasons I came back here this time was that I did an album in 2011 called Jerilderie, which is name of a little town in Australia, famous for one of our bushrangers, a guy called Ned Kelly. And on that album there was a song called Something in Blue, which I was lucky enough that Dave Olney picked up and recorded on his last album. So it was a good enough reason to come back here, besides the fact that I really wanted to meet Mark Gerking, who's in the audience here. And Mark's been doing posters for us about the last 5 years and we've never met. So that's awesome.
That's the guy that makes the poster.
Yeah. Morning, guys.
Yep, there he is.
How's everybody doing? G'day, mate. How are you?
Something in Blue will start with that. You got no silver, you got no gold, just this $1 to hang on to your wall. Go out and buy something in blue. Well, it's the only thing left to do. 'Cause blue you. Ain't got no bullion, no treasure chests, just this $1, the cold wind from the west. Go out and buy something in blue. Well, it's the only thing left to do. 'Cause blue looks good on you. Got no rubies, diamonds to hold, just this $1, wind and rain and roll. Go out and buy something in blue. Well, it's the only thing left to do. 'Cause blue looks good on you. I was born like a restless wind, but loving you changed everything. Go out and buy something in blue. Well, it's the only thing left to do. 'Cause blue looks good on you. Go out and buy something in blue. Well, it's the only thing left to do. 'Cause blue looks good on you.
And I come from Melbourne, which is a very, if you wanted to compare cities in Australia, Sydney is a bit more like LA. It's a bit more glitzy
Yeah.
and shallow and whatever, whereas Melbourne, where I come from, which is a cooler climate, Melbourne's much more like, obviously not as big as, but much more of a New York sensibility in terms of it's got a really good music scene, a really good art
Right.
scene,
Wow.
fantastic restaurants, great coffee, lots of cafes, that type
Wow.
of society. It's a really cool place. Melbourne's very much like, if you want to compare it to a city, it's kind of like Austin. You know?
And you've been there?
Yeah, been to Austin, yeah.
Yeah, you play a lot in Austin?
Well, we've played there, not a lot, but we
Uh-huh.
have played there, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay, so that concludes the first installment.
Cool.
You never know. I might. It's just a little walk across a little bit of prairie grass to me. It's like I'm 3 minutes away from where you guys are going to be having breakfast tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Well,
So maybe it would be cool to come over and
have a
film a
coffee.
little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they would make me a coffee.
They might,
If they're
yeah.
making you coffee, they
Yeah.
might make me coffee.
that's right.
Sure.
Exactly. Sounds good.
Cool, dude.
What's
I
your
love
first
that.
name?
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, I go by Tony.